Savathun, the Witch Queen. She's been a deceptive, cunning queen for billions of years and returns to do so in the final shape. Appearing as an ally in the final battle, she still has mystery tied to her motives and the master plan above that of light and dark. Let's discuss. Savathun's last big moment happened in Season of the Witch. Eris became a hive god to deal with Xivu Arath, and in return revived Savathun because we needed her help learning how to enter the Traveler. We learned that there was one last wish that could be made to Ahamkara and would allow us somehow to enter the portal. So Savathun told us this information. The Vanguard took her ghost Maru and kept it in storage, and Savathun was free to go. Saint ventured to the throne world and killed her multiple times after she was revived, but beyond that she's just been kind of out there doing whatever it is she does. Fast forward to the events of the final shape. With the fate of the universe in balance, Savathun along with our allies has entered the Traveler. Savathun is a hive god and enemy, but it's kind of strange because at times she wants the same thing we do, although ulterior motives may be at play. We've been in moments like this before, but this was just amplified a million. The universe was about to end. Of course, you'd be here trying to stop the witness. The hidden dossier text from Witch Queen told us some things about the Witch Queen. The Truth to Power documents that Savathun can exist in various forms and has been given birth to multiple times by different means. Likely the way she continually evolves and also shapeshifts into characters like Osiris. Savathun's plans in the past involved hive tribute, black holes, and Ahamkara wish dragon magics. She manipulated these elements to achieve her goals, and over time we've seen her use whatever is at her disposal to do so, the light and now maybe the pale heart. The Truth to Power text showed us that Savathun seeks power and understanding, perhaps beyond the universe, and she employs complex layered strategies to achieve these ends. Towards the end of that book, there's also speculation that Savathun aims to move beyond the current universe into a parent universe, or a higher reality, using the knowledge and power she has amassed. That was back around Witch Queen. In the final shape after the first 7 missions, you have Queens Part 1 and 2, where Savathun is in the Pale Heart and begins to stir things up once more.
My guardian, my friend, you. What a strange world we found ourselves in. The Pale Heart itself. I knew I'd see it someday, but not as its savior. Well, a savior among saviors. Your Mara was as formidable as ever. I'm impressed she was able to stabilize the Witness's portal long enough for your allies to slip through. Including myself. I don't believe I was invited. Forgive me, but we have a common cause. Besides, would you really turn me away at your time of need? Our relationship is conditional, transactional. I understand that. It couldn't be anything else. My Lucent hive will still come after you. Make you sharp, as my sister would say. Consider it an act of love. Now, do what you do best. And when you need me, I'll be there. But after this, I don't owe you a thing.
We get a quest where Guardians and their allies confront the Witch Queen. The Lucent brood have begun to invade, hop over the mountains near the threshold where we entered and we're heading for the tower. As we go to confront them, we find Savathun herself. Savathun claims she has a common cause with the Guardians, as she's always had. But of course there are some strings attached and things are more cryptic than they seem. As our Guardian, Cade, and others flock to meet these Lucent brood, tensions rise as Savathun mocks your Guardian and their motives, balance between light and darkness.
Figures. Savathun waited until we were down to kick us.
Isn't that the prevailing style, my sweet flappable friend? At least it's my style.
What the hell hell do you think you're doing? The entire universe is at stake. Why are your people attacking us?
Why indeed? Maybe you should ponder that little riddle a bit more. Let it roll around in your pretty little skulls. There's more than existence at stake within the Traveler. I'm sure you've so many guesses as to what my motives could be. Look at you, Guardian, brimming with light and dark, like an overflowing teacup. Not so long ago, some would have called that heretical.
That's enough. We're trying to heal the Traveler. If we lose, so do you.
If my little army is enough to stop you from winning your fight, do you really think you have a chance against something like the Black Fleet?
You think you're helping us?
Oh, I've always been helping us. But I'll admit, this little contingency is a tad more selfish than I've let on. Don't worry. We're almost done.
We don't have time for your games.
Oh, that's all this is, Crow. A game of moving pieces and pretty shells. But I'm looking beyond this one. Setting the pieces for the next with great anticipation. Welcome to the end, Guardian. Show me how you're going to stop it. Not bad, but not good enough. Not yet, anyway. I'll be watching.
Leave the Witch Queen to me. I have a suspicion about what game she's at, and we can't let it distract us.
Savathun's manipulative nature really shows in part 1 of Queen. She says, "I've always been here to help the Guardians." She speaks of this tactical game we're all a part of here inside the Pale Heart, and the pieces we'll have to place for the future game. And those future moves are what's intriguing. The Lucent Brood here still fight the Guardian, but Savathun has sort of a different stance. She's more like, yeah, some of them will fight you endlessly, just like the Hive themselves do. But others will begin to choose their own way, see things in a higher form, like Lizaku from the campaign. Those who follow this new path may be able to break the cycle, break their Hive species out of this continuous cycle of darkness and sword logic, move beyond light and dark to what's next. So there's a couple of options. Savathun could send the Lucent Brood to stall us as she works on her plan, or maybe she just wants them all to die out, Ghost returning to and healing the Traveler in the process.
The sky greets you.
Lizaku, you haven't rejoined the other Lucent Hive.
No. This one seeks different truths. This one will follow her own path.
And Savathun is okay with that?
The Witch Queen does not desire control. And yet, freedom is a prison, and choice is a cage of our own making.
I don't understand.
Neither does this one. But in time, all things can be revealed.
We'll leave you to your contemplation, then.
Walk in the sky, Ghost.
It was only a matter of time before Savathun showed herself. She is not capable of letting this moment pass without placing a claw on the scales. For now, she has exactly what she wants. Uncertainty. We will take that from her. Track down her brood and pull back the veil from her plans.
Mara Sav, so eager to spar with gods at the drop of a hat. Aren't you tired of losing to me?
I seem to recall your logic rebuked. Your ghost being imprisoned by the Vanguard. That tastes of anything but loss.
Do you see it yet? The end of our little game, buried between memory and material.
Between dark and light. What trinket from the past holds your attention so?
Not a trinket, a perspective. The knowledge of angles, of edges, and the points at which they end. A convincing argument from Sister Security, you could say.
No, she couldn't have meant. Guardian, those taken. I need you to focus your efforts on destroying them and releasing their energy. As much of it as you can.
Mom, what did you do?
Placed a finger on the scales. The darkness inside of you is surging, like standing on the threshold of being taken. You see how they see. I cannot hold it any longer.
I feel the Traveler's pain too, you know. Without me, the witness would have swept Saul away a long time ago.
How noble of you. I am sure your intentions were pure, with no ulterior motive.
Play an unwinnable game, meant to extend on forever. And I've shown you how to change the rules time and time again, without even a thank you.
There will be a day when you've run out your usefulness, witch. When you will have no greater scheme to protect you from our wrath. We must know what is happening here. Guardian, destroy the Taken. I require their power. Guardian, reveal what lies here. I will hold as long as I am able.
Wait, I feel light. But it's out of phase? A light fissure. But it exists in an entirely different state of matter that we can normally perceive.
But the Taken can.
Ah, you figured it out. Just in time. Here they come now.
This one comes to your aid, Guardian. You need not fight alone.
There are fissures of light all across the Pale Heart that exist out of phase with the material world, ones brimming with potential. Now that I know how to find them, I should be able to help the Traveler.
Then we're both getting what we want. How nice when light bearers find mutually beneficial outcomes. You're welcome. And thank you for not interfering as much as you could have.
Words spoken on borrowed time. You only live because a threat more pressing overshadows you.
Oh, there's no need to flatter me. You can save your love for later when all of this comes back around.
If you're so interested in helping, call off the Lucent Brood. Help us fight the Traveler's enemies.
Guardians, always wanting more. Don't look a tithing thrall in the maw, little ghost.
During our final battle, when our allies enter the Pale Heart to assist, Savathun is also there.
This is a change of pace, isn't it? Never let it be said I wasn't here when it counted. Take this. Use it in the elegant way to which the Guardians are so accustomed. Do you feel it, Guardians? Your work is not yet finished.
And after the campaign, a week later, we get the Dual Destiny mission. I believe this one takes place canonically after these events of the main campaign, but not 100% sure. In this mission, two players complete puzzles through light and dark as Savathun continues to goad about these powers and the Witness and the Traveler. Savathun discusses the manipulation and deception of light and dark forces, as well as the cyclical conflict between the Witness and the Traveler. She warns against following any commanding voice without questioning it and need to trust one's own instincts and decisions. This is interesting coming from Savathun because she followed both of these powers, darkness and then light.
A long time ago, there were 3 sisters. A voice in the darkness put a lie in their hearts, and they've acted on it since. Just as you've been lied to. Light and dark, witness and traveler, always doubled, always pitted against each other in some grand game. Well, I've had enough of their games, haven't you? Let's break their rules together. Well, look at you. Trusting your own instincts, thinking for yourself. I'm so proud. You and I, we're not interested in playing other people's games. Now, Ziva Warat. Oh, my sister has always played by the rules. And where did that get her? Nowhere good. There's no power in blindly following the whims of capricious, self-titled gods. Except yourself. Your age-old enemy. Come at last. Your enemy. Your adversary. Your would-be killer. The Traveler's champion. Seeking blood. Do it. Crush their ghost. Oh, you sweet, gullible killers. You'll follow any voice loud enough to command your attention. Light and dark may not be opposing forces, but you'll pit them against each other all the same. Just like the Whitneys. A word of advice. Don't listen to every god who comes calling. Me included.
So Savathun is tired of all of these gods. Some worship the light, some worship the dark, or even both. Savathun's stance is, let's not worship any of them anymore. Let's free ourselves from this game. Now there's no doubt she's in the Pale Heart for a reason, sure to stop the end of the universe, but also something else. There's tons of knowledge, power, and tactics to be learned here, and that will likely help her achieve whatever she's after. Her entire species, entire existence could have been much different, but thanks to the Witness, here they all are entangled in its mess. Just think about it. The Witness was going to use this place to rewrite the universe. What else could be done here? The hidden dossier told us Savathun wanted to reach beyond into a parent universe. Was that the Pale Heart? Or is there something else? Maybe this afterlife-type metaphysical place that Cade spoke of. Something to do with this taken energy like we saw in Queen's Part 2. Or whatever lies beyond maybe exists in our own reality, kind of like she did with those Twitter posts long ago. But it is possible for realities to be concatenated. The Awoken Distributary is an infinite universe, but it exists within our universe. The Truth to Power documents constantly return the question of black hole singularities, to their value as computers and as secret keepers. We are told that our true purpose as Guardians is to hurl all we value into a black hole. We are told that Savathun wants to enter the Distributary and slaughter those within to gain power. The Pathria Good black hole cosmogenesis principle of Golden Age physics confirms that the interior of a black hole is a new universe. All black holes produce their own interior cosmos. All cosmos, including our own, are probably the interior of a black hole in a parent universe. The Truth to Power documents want it understood that Savathun wishes to enter the Distributary in order to gain power in our parent universe. The suggestion here is that it is possible for actions in a concatenated universe to grant power in the parent universe. What Savathun wants in the Dreaming City is exactly that. Not the way into a child universe, but a way out into a parent. A parent where there are human minds waiting to receive her, formless as Imbaru, as the mist. So Hidden Dossier came out around Witch Queen, which then spoke about Truth to Power from Forsaken. Since then, Savathun has moved on to different means of power. She originally wanted to enter that distributary and gain all that power, but then she went toward the light. So this information is a little bit old involving Savathun's plans, but you never know if some of it could still come true. Was gaining the light just part of this battle? Her true goal and next move in the game to be revealed soon. Anyway, Guardians, that's all we got for today's video. Savathun's involvement in the Pale Heart and thoughts about the future and the moves she might make. If you'd like to see some more Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.